First off, Seattle gets a brand new radio show featuring an iconic Emerald City personality. Beloved former Seattle Supersonic Shawn Kemp joins co-hosts Anthony Esco Adams and Melvin Mel Montana Alexander on Jet City Stream for their weekly show called Off the Record. It begins tomorrow. The Rain Man is here today to tell us all about it, so please welcome six-time NBA All-Star Shawn Kemp. Still. How's that feel?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's always good to be loved. That's certainly.
I am not kidding. I had a dream last night that I turned into a 3-foot-tall person, and I think it was because I knew you were coming here today.
The legs intimidate you a little bit. It makes you shrink a little bit.
It does. It absolutely does. So what have you been doing lately?
Well, I mean, I currently own a restaurant that's in Lower Queen Anne. It's called Oscar's Kitchen. And I also, I've started a new project. What we're doing is working on the internet radio. And I'm working with some good guys.
And that's the next big thing.
It is. I think it's the next big thing. I think whether you're doing a satellite or internet radio, it seems that that's where everything is going now.
Right.
So it's been fun to work with some good guys, I think, on the radio as far as developing a team. And we've got some good people that we're working with in the business office also. So
that's very important because you want this thing to last. Now, the description says you're going to blend sports with music, with hip-hop, with culture, which makes a lot of sense because a lot of athletes want to be musicians. A lot of musicians really idolize sports stars, and we all always want to know what you guys are listening to, what you think is cool. So who came up with the concept?
Well, I think it was just us talking amongst each other and just trying to see the best solution on what to come out with and how to get to the public attention to the best way. And I think what we're trying to do is not necessarily be a hip-hop show or anything. We just want to be able to mix music and sports and stuff together, a collaboration of just talking to people, finding out inner things about themselves.
Right.
And also more positive things about themselves as far as artists, and see if me being an ex-athlete can talk and bring some different things out of them.
That sounds good. Now, what's on your iPod these days? What do you like listening to?
Well, I mean, my favorite artist is Jill Scott. So,
really?
Yeah,
oh, that's great.
Absolutely. And but I listen to Jill Scott, but I've been listening to a lot of Macklemore lately also.
Macklemore is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Macklemore sang his Dave Niehaus song right here on New Day.
Wow.
As I always say, the road to greatness goes through New Day Northwest. So
that's good.
I think you might have had some greatness before you got here. Do you still miss basketball just a little?
I miss it a lot. And I more than anything, I miss it for people around here who can't enjoy the game. For so many years and so many kids in this area to enjoy the game of basketball in a positive manner, I miss that they can't reach out and see some of the best players today.
Right.
And I think if you look around this Northwest area, you'll see so many athletes and so many different cultures, whether it's white, black, and just guys that have made it, practice a lifetime on sharpening up their skills in high school and college just to make it to the NBA. It'd be good just to have that here. For kids can have something positive to look forward to, not just in the inner city, but also in the suburban areas also.
Yeah, you've been working on trying to get the arena going and getting a team back here. One of the things, I moved here in the early 90s, and one of the things that I loved about the Sonics, you guys were, A, really good, and B, all the music that was playing was local music, and there was this great interaction between the local art scene and the sports scene. And there are tons of basketball players who come from the Northwest. I don't think people often realize what a mecca this is in many ways for developing basketball players. Why is that?
Well, I think absolutely. I think, what we stood for, first as the Sonics, what we stood for in the 90s, it really related a message to some of the younger people in this area, which they were able to progress off of it. So I think what I've done, what Gary's done, what Della Shrimp, what Sam Perkins have done, I think just a feeling of having some good people around you just broaden the skills of some of these other athletes in this area. So I think it'd be important for us to get basketball back in the Northwest. I know the fans are really hungry for the Sonics to get back in this area, and I definitely. But I will say this to you. When I arrived here in Seattle 20-some years ago, and I really learned about public relations through the Sonics. That's one of the reasons that I really reside in this area today. Me and my wife, we both do a lot of work in the public. She does a lot of work at do different functions and different benefits and stuff. She runs her own foundation.
That's great.
So also, I think it's very important just to be able to give back, not just to be successful, but to give back and help out, other cultures.
You know what? There are lots of athletes in Seattle who do that, and we're very glad that you're one of them. Sound like you're a happy guy these days.
It is. I think you go through life and you learn certain things, and then they always say, don't judge a book by its cover, but I think it's the ending that makes the true definition of who you are.
How you finish. Okay, well, let's meet your co-hosts, Anthony Esco Adams and Melvin Mel Montana Alexander. Come on out, guys. Appreciate it. So tell us what your role on the show will be.
I'm kind of like the host. Kind of bring everything together. Melly's kind of like
the brash one.
Okay.
Shawn's what we call the voice of reason.
The voice of reason.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well,
you ready for that?
We need a voice of reason. We have to have a voice of reason.
Tell us about your first show. When does it debut, and what can we look forward to?
Our first show will be tomorrow, JetCityStream.com, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
7 p.m. How do we get to Jet City Stream?
Internet, www.jetcitystream.com. There'll be a link available for you guys to check out the show.
Okay.
iPhone app.
Yeah, there's also
an iPhone
Excellent.
app, Jet City Stream, and if you're an Android phone, I believe it's tuned in. So we're everywhere.
Very good. We'll put all that information online, too, so people can find it. There's some other cool things going on Jet City, too. What are the other kinds of things we can look forward to if we tune in?
Well, are you familiar with Marco Collins?
I believe I am.
Shawn Stewart.
Yeah.
Marco has a show that airs every day on Jet City Stream, as well as Shawn Stewart. Then you got our show. It's just a great community, digital entertainment platform.
Right.
Oh, I love it. You guys are super modern, and with the shades and the earrings, you were way too cool for me. I am too square for this group right
not
here.
Really. I mean, you want to try my glasses on?
Absolutely, I do.
See?
Yeah.
I'm going to finish up like this.
That's a good look.
Okay, so first show, what's our content?
Well, we're going to have...
I'm part of the team now with the glasses.
Yes,
You
she
realize
is.
that, right?
Give her a round of applause.
You
everybody.
needed a girl. There's got to be a chick involved.
I'm going to tell you, we're going to have Seattle music icon Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah,
Is going to
Oh my
be.
gosh, seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to be in the studio with us tomorrow. His artist, Tamika Williams. We're also going to have two of the biggest producers out of the area, Jake One and Vitamin D, are going to be on the air with us tomorrow as well.
That's excellent. Now, Shawn, do you have any nerves about this at all?
No, I mean, it's just fun. For me, it's fun to really ask some of these, say, some of the musicians a lot of questions. So I like to, even though I'm a sports guy, I like to mix and mingle a little bit and try to combine the
Absolutely.
two. And really just dig in and try to see how these guys are doing personally, if they're still staying fit, just a lot of different things. So we're going to have a lot of fun with Sir Mix-a-Lot tomorrow.
And I know ex-athletes always give each other a lot of trouble, let's say, if they're not fit. So you know what? The coolest thing, well, first of all, let me put my glasses back up here a little. Had a little slide. That's not cool. You guys are going to get a chance to win an opportunity to come and see their show in person tomorrow night. From 7 to 8 p.m. on Jet City Stream. You can find the details on our website. But before the guys take off, here's our surprise for one of our studio audience members, McKenna Larson. No relation. McKenna Larson, where are you? Jump up! Thank you guys so much. It's going to be a lot of fun to listen to you, and it's great to meet you. Enjoyed watching you play basketball, and I'm going to look forward to listening to you all.
You should come down and check it out live.
I think I should. Do I have an invitation?
You absolutely do.
I am there. I
Open
am
invitation.
so there.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for
Thanks for
being
having
here.
us.
We've still got a ton of stuff coming your way this morning, including our Fab After 50 makeover and the creator of the super scary Halloween movie franchise. But first up, a very creepy cake how-to from the local woman who is competing right now on the Food Network's Halloween War.